so um, so I'm hearing it, watching it, and such, and then you go into the city, and you see the squeegee boys and such, and I have just like it's sad on one hand, but when you look at like the conditions that are around, like shit has nothing has changed,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is that unfortunately, we're going to have incidents such as this because whether you can point a person can point the blame to whether it be government officials, whether it be the church community. I mean, you can point the fingers to a whole bunch, but the thing is that a lot would have to be done. You understand? And I don't know. Right now, I hear a lot of there's a lot of rhetoric, and I think there's a lot of rhetoric being played to the cameras, And the one thing that I'm not hearing is something that's going to lead to some sense of a change in the current condition.
Yeah.
When someone comes before the cameras, they're going to say, "We're going to do A, B, and C. We're going to do D, E, and F. We expect to see a result in 3 months, 4 months. We're going to do this here. We're going to empower this group. We understand that this CBO, this community-based organization, is doing this work here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to support that. We understand that this organization is doing this work here. We're going to support that." But what I hear, whether it could be words from a straight press release, it could be words from a straight IG post, But when you hear that, I feel as sorry and I'm more for the losses for the family and such. Yeah, we know that.
Right.
The people want to know what exactly you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What you're saying, you're eulogizing the incident, okay? But the people also want to know what are you going to do for them in the very next sentence,
Yeah.
and that's where the frustration comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's the knee-jerk reaction: more police, more jail, throw them in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like a couple of squeegee boys, and they do some bullshit off the hook, throw all their asses in jail. And the question that I have: what were the protests about last year? So we throw all the people that have problem with what Mosby is doing. Let's look at the opposite. Let's look and see if you're smoking weed, your ass is going to jail. You're selling, you're going to jail. Prostitute, you're going to jail. Non-violent, your asses are going to jail. 1, 2, 3 years from now, we're going to see an explosion in the jail and prison population. What's the cry going to be for? Why do we have so many non-violent offenders in jail?
Yeah.
And so what we're going to see, we're going to see a repeat of what we saw last year or in recent years regarding protests in terms of whether it be defund, whether it be abolition, whether it be police brutality, whether it be release these non-violent offenders. We're going to see that again. What we're seeing now is almost similar to what we saw in the early 90s with the explosion with crack and the subsequent rise in crime. More cops, lock their ass up, lock them up.
Right.
So
yeah, but we know that's all kind of window dressing on the situation. Like I said earlier, because I deal with these people intimately, you know what I'm saying? People that's involved with the system. The issues are so much deeper than just out here committing crimes.
That's right.
Of course, you commit a crime, there's a price to pay for that. I get all of that.
That's right.
But, from my perspective, I always look at the why. Why are we doing this? What's pushing you to that? You know what I'm saying?
And let me say something, big fella. Mm-hmm. If you got long dollars in your pocket, you're probably not committing crime. If you know that you're going to eat at night, you're probably not committing crime.
Yeah.
If you know that your bill is getting paid, Everything is taken care of. Mm. But when you're struggling, go ahead, big fella.
Yeah, but I mean, that's something, man, that unless you had a inside look,
right?
Most people don't even give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They throw them away. You know what I'm saying? They got to be locked up. They got to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm not one to say we can't punish, because if you commit crimes, it's a price to pay for that. We understand that.
That's right.
But because of my position, because of the way that I had to interact with these people, I get to know them a little bit more different than if I was a police officer, if I was a prosecutor, if I was you know what I'm saying, somebody on that side of it that's about punishment.
That's right.
You know, I get to know these people and you know, and for parents, and I deal with juveniles, so you know, and I'm gonna be 100, the juveniles are committing a lot of the crimes. A lot of these crimes we hear about, they being committed by these young juveniles. So what's happening, you know, some of it is parents that just are overwhelmed. Some of it is parents that aren't equipped to be parents. Some of it is it's just people, man, that's overwhelmed with life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had situations with people in work or outside of work where, you know, they'll say, well, you know, why don't they just move? Like, that's the solution. You live in this, you know, terrible neighborhood with all this crime, with all the schools terrible, all that stuff. Well, just move. If it was that easy, nobody would live there.
Right.
If it was that easy, nobody would live in them situations. A lot of times people live where they can live at. You know, you live where you can afford to live.
That's right.
And sometimes you have to deal with whatever comes with that.
That's right.
So, you know, working in schools, you know, I've had parents say to me that live in some of these neighborhoods, listen, when my son or daughter comes home from school, they're in the house until they go back to school.
Right.
So when you call them and you're trying to figure out, listen, your son is a terror up here at the school.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the other questions. I said, well, what other kind of things is your child involved with? You know, what's going on? Like, is he involved with any extracurricular? Does he go to the Powell Center? I mean, something. What is he doing after school? When he get home from school, he's in his house because my neighborhood is so fucked up. I'm scared for something to happen to him. So where they go exercise at? At school. They come to school, and school is the playground.
Right.
So you just got so much, man. You got so many different things going on, and so many challenges. Like you said, you got parents, man. I had parents that tell me, listen, I'm working 2 jobs. You calling me at work right now, talking about something, and I'm really not even supposed to be on the phone, and I can't afford to lose this job.
That's right.
Can you handle it?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Call me later.
Right. So Mr. Brooks, I mean, you worked in the school, you dealt with parents. I know you know the frustration from that side of it. You know what I'm saying? I worked in juvenile services. You know, trying to get a parent on the phone just to get a signature. It could take a week, could take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll come to you. I'm gonna take the struggle out of it. I'll come to you. But it's so many layers to why we in these issues, man. You know, and we talk about, there's a lot of stuff that hit the surface. There's a lot of stuff that become popular. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff become popular. Deadbeat dads. You know what I'm saying? Which is not as big a deal. It's a thing, but there are a lot more dads involved than people really know. You know what I'm saying? And I deal with dads regular. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. It's so many layers to it, but things take on their own life. They take their own legs. Because then when they get political, you know, we got a governor, just in Maryland, we got a governor and a mayor that throw side-ass comments to each other every time they get on the microphone. Every time it's something about Baltimore and the governor talking, it's something left-handed. The mayor throwing the same stuff. So how we expect them to work together when it's always this political shit that's made to keep us right where we at.
Yeah.
So it's made to make us look like, well, he on that side, she on that side, so that's what it is. Oh man, it's a game. It's a game they playing with us. until we figure out how to get the fuck out of the game, we gonna be fish. We gonna be food.
Yeah. Hey,
Kenny,
Kenny,
say something real. I'm sorry, Cheese.
No, I'm gonna say the OG, Joseph Pack. One of the OGs and TS says, crimes are results of the upbringing and morals installed into our youth, which is a good point. And
that's part of
it. He also says crimes are the result or conclusion, not the beginning. Yeah, but he's right about that too. I guess the objective is to a lot of these guys who are, 22, 25, they at that path already. I guess the objective, and maybe Joe was saying, probably, try to grasp them young like you guys were doing. But, when they hit them streets, man, like you say, if the parent's not home, they already, we talked about it before. You get a kid who say he was born as a crack baby or, born in an impoverished home. Most of us are starting at zero. A lot of these kids are starting at -5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're already behind the 8 ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a struggle even to get to a point where you can be successful as a kid in the inner city. Then you got the traps. School may be 5 blocks away, but getting from that house to that school, that's a gauntlet.
Yeah, man.
No,
especially in the
no
city.
doubt about that.
A lot of people out in the outskirts and suburbs like, well, why can't they just go to school? You don't understand. You don't get it.
Yeah.
It is a fucking gauntlet to get to school as a kid in the city.
And
I was gonna say real quick.
When you're not eating at home, sometimes school might be the only meal you get.
Hey, that is so true. The only meal you're gonna get and free transportation when you get that card on the 1st or the 15th of the month.
Brooks, how many kids was coming to get them cards, man?
Hey, man, and I don't see them again until the next month.
And they don't come back till the next month.
I don't see them. I already know. And a couple of them are locked up right now.
No doubt.
But I was gonna say, Ken, I was just gonna say real quick when you said about you made that point about deadbeat dads. The first thing I thought about when I was working with my young men and a few young sisters in the school there,
right.
I had, I want to say maybe like 2 or 3 pops that were locked up, and they were still interested in what was going on with their son in school. And when they came home, they came to the school,
right?
And I talked with them, and so there is that image. But unless if I don't talk about that personal story or you, then people don't know of it. Right. People only know of what they read about in the Times or the Post or what they see on CNN and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But on the street level, that's where you're gonna see. And to me is when we see that activity, that action going on, we got to spread that. We got to let other people know this is what's going on, not that, this. So when I hear, so it's like what you just said about deadbeat dads, like, no. Is it some of that? Yeah. All of it? No. No.
I think our I don't even know when we say leaders today, who are we really talking about? But I think collectively, Black people, this is a problem within our communities. It's the same way every city you go to across the nation. And I think collectively, man, we need to have our best minds come together to look at this situation, this condition that's taking place. And to me, nothing gets a break. I mean, we need to look at the schools and the education. I mean, these are the things that are supposed to be uplifting us. We need to look at the religion, the churches, the Christianity. We need to look at the TVs, the television programs that our children are watching. We need to look at integration. What has that done to us? there's probably a time where you can go back. I'm pretty sure before the whole civil rights and immigration, crime wasn't like this within our community. You know, we got to look at almost everything. We got to look at the mental. I mean, you know, say a guy like Tyler Perry, who has all this power with putting television shows on and movies and all these kind of things. Those things, his movies should be medicated in a sense to where it's helping people grow, people, you know, getting stronger from his movies. You know, all the drama and all the craziness and the reality TV shows. You throw a bunch of hip hop shows on, and now all the women brown fighting, just like they see on television.
Right.
It's such a widespread problem, but no one's really addressing it. And when you look at the economy is living off of this stuff, man. This crime and prisons being filled up and police officers and correctional officers and all these people would lose jobs, drug counselors and lawyers and you can go down the line that if you snap your fingers and crime stopped immediately, the damn economy would collapse. So they're feeding this thing.
My company was shut down for sure. You know, we heavy with juvenile service, man. We would lose a big chunk of what we do, especially here in Maryland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to a couple guys watching. You know, couple of them Dodgers on here, Chief.
Yeah, I see that.
I see Tony Floyd on here, Reggie Man. They was
see my man Reggie.
Every nights.
I tell you what, Reggie will probably attest to this. We still gotta get a documentary. Our shit was unbelievable. My little Dodgers, shit was unbelievable. Oh my god. Dodgers.
Tony Floyd on here.
Hey, if I knew Reggie was catching, I might get a no-hitter.
Shout out to Joe Pack, man. What's up, Joe? Shout out to Joe.
Joe Pack, no doubt.
Turn the station, represent my man Leonard Cheese.
OG.
Yes.
The fellas. All right, man. We do this all day.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's hit the other thing. Cheese hit me with something the other day. Yesterday, wasn't it?
I guess. Let's get it cracking, fellas.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all had a chance to look at the Zach, what's his name? Zach Stacy.
Yeah.
Was he with the Jets? He was a former New York Jet.
Yeah, man. Look, I see Dean seen that too, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't see the video that you sent me, right? When you sent it to me, Cheese, I didn't watch it. I ended up seeing it a little later last night. So I'm flipping and turned. I didn't even know that was what I was watching.
Yeah.
I just see the dude come in zapping out on the girl. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And so he on the run now, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they caught him.
They caught him?
They caught him. Yeah, they caught him. You know, he was on the run, but what the part is, the whole shit is disgusting, but the part that is really, this is another thing I'm talking about. He got the 5-month-old baby in there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just some sucker shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Again, man, it's we don't know how to cope. Whatever pissed him off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gotta figure out a different kind of way to do that.
Yeah.
The number one, so she had that camera set up for a reason. This ain't the first time he done busted that door.
Nah, man.
Ain't a motherfucking fool like that. So she had the camera set up for a reason. Like, all right, motherfucker.
That wasn't the first time.
You better be on your shit this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you this time.
And he got caught up.
Yeah.
I just read this. I didn't see the video, but I just read the story.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. But it was just
don't put your hands on no sister, man.
Nah, I don't think she was a sister. Was she?
Yeah.
She ain't look like no sister to me.
I didn't just say his ex-girlfriend, so
yeah,
they only got a picture of him.
I mean, not that make a difference, but she didn't look like the sister from what I saw.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you gotta put your hands on no woman.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the main. That's the bigger point.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the bigger point. So for everybody tuned in, I pinned the YouTube channel in the comments. So you know what I'm saying, you can follow the link in the comments there. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos. I will be posting this video to the YouTube channel between tonight and tomorrow. So, you know what I'm saying? Just that's the link there. Check that out.
Hey,
see what
Ken,
we doing. Yes,
before
sir.
Before you get into your next subject, I just want to let everybody know that I brought a couple different hats tonight because I got a feeling that I'm gonna have to go incognito at some of the takes tonight. I swear.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I might be a fucking place to stay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah,
I can't help you. I can't help you with that.
Jesus is gonna bring that shit tonight.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, depending on what side of the argument you on, I don't think I can help you with that
shit.
Don't let me hang it, dog.
All right, so before we dig too deep, so we got past the Zach Stacy stuff. So yesterday, University of Maryland legend, one of my favorite ball players, Len Bias, would have turned 58 years old yesterday. You know,
wow.
So you know, to me, in my opinion, you know, what I mean, I'm amazed that I even had to argue this shit with people, but it is what it is. Len Bias is the greatest player that Maryland has ever produced, bar none. Now I'll fight anybody on that one. You know, I've had to have the Juan Dixon arguments because he won the chip and he broke the scoring record. I get all of that.
Juan Dixon.
I've had this argument.
Huh?
I've had this argument.
No disrespect to Juan. He was nice, but
hey, I love Juan Dixon too, but he is not Len Bias. He couldn't. If there was a jockstrap holding contest and you gave Juan 4 hands, he wouldn't hold them. Straight up.
Damn. Bitch, straight up. Hard. Oh my god.
Nah. And I like
Juan hard in the paint on that one, big fella.
I like Juan Dixon.
Sure did.
Don't get it twisted.
Then we talk about this shit last week. I don't mean no harm, but I really do.
What you really do? Yeah. Swinging elbows. Yeah. Swinging elbows in the paint. Boom.
Hey, I like Juan Dixon. You know, I know his brother personally, so you know, but Len Bias, Juan Dixon, the scales is come on, baby. Yeah, 34 did it a little different. I should have worn my Len Bias jersey because I knew we was gonna talk about it. I should have put the jersey on just for this.
Yeah.
I still remember when he
Yeah, go ahead, Brooks.
Go ahead, Brooks. You got it.
No, I was getting ready to say, man, I still remember when the day after when he passed, man. I remember that day we on the basketball court and it was like one of the quietest days, man. It's like, you know, usually we come out and, you know, we ready to ball. We came out and like we just bouncing the ball, just shooting. Nobody was talking.
So y'all felt that up in New York City?
Oh yeah.
I mean, y'all felt that deep. Okay.
Oh yeah, Len Bias.
Yeah.
He was a baller.
Yeah,
it was a baller.
Yeah.
You know, and then the way he in the draft, come on, you know?
Yeah.
And then you pass.
The night
and
after,
then you pass skiing up. Yeah. You know, we were all young at the time, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, we were all like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I remember, you know, I remember exactly where I was at when I heard it. I remember still all these years later, it still seemed unreal. Still seemed like it was a bad dream.
Yeah,
that
unreal.
I just ain't woke up from, man. So school had just let out. We probably was in our first week of summer break. So I was, slept a little late.
Yeah.
I probably was getting up probably about 8:39 in the morning. Came out and sat on my porch, trying to still get shit out my eyes, you know, trying to get it together. And my man Kevin Graves and Greg Green came running up the street, running to my porch. And they like, you know, you heard about Len Bias? And I'm like, yeah, he went to Boston. Nah, he died. Get the fuck out of here. He died. He just went to Boston the other night, man. Y'all talking about?
No, it was the night before. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I'm thinking, that's what I heard. I ain't he died. He in Boston, you know, he could go to the league.
Yeah.
And we ran, Greg was like, come on, go to my house. We ran over, his house was It was at the end of my block, probably 5-6 houses away. And they had remember the headline news used to come on every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He flipped the headline news channel on, and as soon as we walked the door and flipped the TV on, you see the long ass gurney coming out that thing, man. And Keith Gatlin, you see Keith Gatlin losing it. Yeah. And a couple of the other players, but Keith Gatlin stick out because he was just going back and forth. Pounding his fists and shit, man. And I was done. Man. I couldn't believe that shit. And then all the stuff started coming out. He was smoking crack, or it was this, or it was that. All the misinformation came out first, of course. But even to find out that he died because of cocaine.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. It was a disappointing thing. I was 14 at the time, so I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't even having a drink, nothing. I was straight as an arrow at that point. So, but understanding the times, now that I'm, a little mature, older, and I understand the times in the 80s, cocaine was socially acceptable. Yeah. It's what people did. They may do a line or two, and wasn't something that was a habit. It was just something they did in the midst of just like people smoking weed or have a drink. It's what they did. You know what I'm saying? And he just got caught up. And I'm not one to point fingers and lay blame. And I see people now, they want to blame named Brian Tribble. He was the guy that was with him. And Len Bias was a full grown ass man at that time. You know what I'm saying? And it was a decision he made. And I'm not one to say whether that was the first time or the 100th time he did it. It was for sure the last time. You know what I'm saying? And it was so unfortunate, man, because of what he represented for the area. Because not only for the state of Maryland, but like I say, Brooks, you up in New York, and y'all felt that. You know what I mean? So I know it was heavy here because
he was a baller, man. I mean, like you just saw him in the tournament, man. Like he was ripping shit up.
Yeah.
And then he went to the draft, man.
He was
the first round.
He was must see TV. Straight like must see TV. You didn't want to miss.
I was like in my early. I was like maybe. What year did he pass?
86. June 19th.
I was like 22.
June 19th of 1986.
Yep.
I'll never forget that day.
Yep. Because you know what happened? I used to work at night. So I used to get up in the late morning, go play some ball, then go back home, shower up, and then go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was yeah. And Boston took a step back for years after that. Like they didn't recover for years after that.
But they had back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Len Bias, and then a few years later, Reggie Lewis.
Mm-hmm. But you know what, man? And we talked about it before, how you have these certain great people in different areas of life, and you go through and they get cut short, whether it's Len Bias, we talked Malcolm X, Otis Redding, different guys like that who, are great at what they did, and life kinds of throw a curveball and they pass away for whatever reason. But you think about the trajectory of the NBA, and you think about, okay, Jordan's coming in the league, you got Bias coming in the league. Bias, at that time, Lakers Celtics, big rivalry in the 80s. And how that changed the landscape of, okay, a few years earlier, the Lakers were able to get a young stud in James Worthy who could run the court. Kareem was getting older, but at the same time, it was showtime. I mean, but him and Byron Scott were young guys.
Right.
So Boston, they knew Bird's back was getting bad.
Yep.
Even in the mid 80s. But Bird was still killing. Bird had just won MVP.
That's right.
But they knew they had a young stud coming in.
Yep.
To help propel them back to the finals.
That's right.
To get them where they need to go.
That's right.
So of course, as the next 2 years after that, Bird's back gets a little worse. Then at that point, Reggie Lewis comes in. But at that point, Bird is laying on his stomach, on his side a lot of times, even during the 92 Olympics. And it makes you wonder how things would have gone. You know what I mean? If he would have stayed healthy, the Bulls would continue their rise to the late 80s, mid 90s, how would that have affected rivalry between Celtics, Pistons, Bulls, Lakers, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny.
Yeah.
It's strange to think about, man, but
all that good stuff we missed. You know?
Oh man.
I would have loved to have seen Dennis Rodman try to guard Len Bias.
That'd have been a great matchup, man.
Man, I would have loved to
because both of them two of the most athletic guys you want to see.
Absolutely.
In their prime, very young.
But that's a perspective nobody talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a perspective nobody talk about. The Dennis Rodman, because he was up for all them challenges.
Yes,
absolutely.
He checked MJ, he checked Magic.
Absolutely.
You know, all the top dogs, Rodman was on them.
I would have loved to see him go against a person like Scott. We talked Scottie Pippen last week. Where Scottie was long and athletic. Yeah. Imagine that matchup, man.
Absolutely.
But when you look at his game you look at his game at Maryland and what it could have escalated to.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, the shit at Maryland was unfucking believable, man. I mean, I go back and watch them film. I watch the YouTube now of some of them games, man. Like the last game he ever played was against UNLV in the tournament.
Yeah.
He got an easy 31. I mean, he got that shit easy, man. It was like he didn't even break a sweat to get it. He fouled out of the game and they lost. But he got them 31 easy, man. I mean, it was like, are y'all serious? Is this all y'all got? Come on, man. I mean, and so a game like his would have translated very well to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Very well. He would have translated well because number one, he could get off the floor.
Right.
He could get up.
Right. He could run the floor.
Who was going to defend that jump shot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he had a game in the post too.
The thing about him, he wasn't a guy that was going to get you off the dribble unless he was going right to the cup. He was the kind of guy to get to a spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't an east-west guy. He was a north-south. You get a step on you, it's over. But he wasn't a guy that was going to play with the ball and all that shit. That wasn't his game. He was all right, I'm getting that spot. I'm going to get this shot on you. And there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Hey,
and
Pac,
that was his game.
Hey, Pac asks, how do you guys think if Len Bias and Reggie Lewis playing together, how would that have worked out? But see, here's the weird thing. If Bias would have stayed healthy or whatever, you never knew where the Celtics were going to go as far as the draft. Because they might have had a later pick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
they may
to
not
see them
need
together.
Lewis.
But they got Reggie, they got Lewis late in the first round.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? He was there.
How do you think that? Well, how do you think Pac say? How you think that would have worked out?
But see, now that would have been a hell of a pairing.
Yeah.
Had they been able to play, 6, 7.
They were drafted in the same year.
A year apart.
A year apart. That's right.
1 year apart.
Reggie Lewis came next year.
Yeah, he came the very next year. But if those two,
man.
you got those two as a 2-3 combination, and you got Pippen and Jordan as a 2-3 combination at the same time. I might only because Reggie played Mike well. He played him well. He gave Mike a little issue, but he wasn't shutting him down by anything.
No.
He made Mike work a little harder because Reggie was long. He had that length.
And he was
You
athletic.
know what I'm saying? He athletic. So he could make shots a little more difficult for Mike. But Scotty, this Len Bias, man, I see him being the same kind of problem for people that Mike Jordan was. You know what I'm saying? In one-on-one matchups. I don't think it's nobody one-on-one that would have just had him where he couldn't get his 25. You could put that in the book every night for him in the NBA.
Big fella, let me ask you a question. Do you think that if Bias don't pass away, do they still draft Lewis?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. I think so because they got him late. And if you listen to Red Auerbach, if you ever heard him talk, he wanted them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he wanted both of them, but he wanted Reggie Lewis.
Okay.
And he was banking on the fact that Reggie was at a smaller school in a lesser conference.
Right.
Where back then, you know, all the bigger conference was getting drafted top heavy.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So Reggie was up there in Northeastern, right in Boston, right in that New
right in
England area.
Boston.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So Red had an eye on him. And then, you know, Red Auerbach was cunning, man. He had a way of manipulating to get whatever he wanted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I still find it hard to believe that he had the number 2 draft pick the year they won the fucking championship.
It happened. You know what I
To
mean?
even get Len Bias. Man, I mean, how did that happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not only did he have the number 2 pick, then Len Bias fell to him when Len Bias was the best player coming out.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. I mean, Brad Daugherty went number 1.
Yeah.
But it was
Number
clear.
one, he had a pretty good career, but clearly, man, Len Bias was the talent of that
Yeah,
draft.
Len Bias was the star.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
They must have gotten gotten it through like a prior, like a previous like trade or something.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, but they said Red Auerbach, man, was the master.
It was the
A
master.
master manipulator, man, at moving pieces and
Yeah.
He was doing Suge Knight behind closed doors.
having you thinking he doing one thing, and all along his object is to get that guy. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't doing it like Suge Knight behind closed doors.
Well, you know,
Never know.
I wouldn't say
Never know.
Suge Knight. He probably moving more like the Godfather.
Yeah.
You know, he was the cigar guy. You know, he lighting cigars and shit.
Okay.
You know, he was moving like the Godfather a little bit.
Okay.
He was making it
He
happen.
wasn't trying to go with your go to your knees with a bat.
He might have had guys to do that. Red strike me as a guy that wasn't getting his hands dirty too much. He was kind of
Hell no.
take care of that.
I'm just fucking with you.
But that fucking cigar.
Yeah.
Red was the man though, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know,
Look, I gotta say that lightly because I'm a Laker fan, but you know.
I ain't hear you. What you say, Cheese?
I'm a Laker fan, so I give
Say it
him credit.
again.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, you know, Len Bias, man, you know.
Don't switch no caps on me now.
I know, right?
Yeah,
It's
just
all
had to,
gravy.
anytime I get an opportunity to talk Lenny, I'm gonna take the advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know, just because you know, he was such a presence, man. He was, you know, and like I said a couple weeks ago when we was talking, man, he came along for me at a time when I started to really fall in love with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see it, you know, I was telling the kids in the gym the other night, you know, playing basketball, it's a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a rhythm to the game, and when it's played the right way, man, it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not into the opera, and I'm not into, you know, ballet and all that shit. But there's people that love that, and they love it for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love basketball for a reason. You know, because when the shit is done well, when it's done the right way, man, it's
a beautiful thing to see, man.
And you know, I'm not a Golden State fan, but man, I love to watch them motherfuckers play.
Man, I saw them the other night against Brooklyn. God damn, man, the way they had that floor space and they cut in and Draymond, bow, man.
Who wasn't playing? Wait a minute, who wasn't playing for Brooklyn? I ain't catch that. Who were they missing?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, that's it.
What you trying to say, man?
I'm just saying. I ain't say nothing. I'm just saying he wasn't playing.
Yeah. Kevin Durant out there, the greatest player on the planet. So what they told.
Right.
That's what I've been hearing.
That's what they say.
You know, he was out there.
Oh no,
they ain't lying.
Hey, Kate, he was out there, motherfucker. He looked a little, you know.
Kyrie was up in Odell's or the Roxy, some fucking way. I don't know where Kyrie was.
Damn, Kyrie.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was watching though.
Right?
Huh?
Was the game in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
it was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and then they was yelling MVP for Steph.
That was crazy.
It was like Kobe Bryant was playing.
That was crazy.
Yo,
hey, listen. Let me tell you this. Remember we was talking last week about MSG and Barclays?
Yeah.
That shit have never happened to MSG.
Well, no.
That shit would never happen to MSG. Maybe Barclays, but not MSG.
No, that's not true. Because I'm gonna tell you why. They did it about 5 times when Kobe was there. They chanted MVP the one night he scored. Look, YouTube it when we over.
Yo, pull the clip, man.
Hey, pull the clip. I'm telling you, it's the truth. When it's over, go look.
I'm gonna go look.
Yeah. Hey, Reggie said, how y'all feel about Kyrie's stance on the COVID shot?
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him, man. You know, he entitled to that, to his opinion. You know, we had that discussion before. Like, I ain't mad at him. You know, it's not even him. It's not. I don't even think it's the Nets that's holding them back. It's just the state of New York.
That's right.
With that stance on having vaccinated in the workplace.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have no issue with him.
Right?
Yeah, he's not the only one. He's not the only one. But I don't have an issue with him.
Hold up, he's not the only one way.
In the NBA.
In the league.
Oh, no.
In the league. Yeah, it's the problem with him is the New York stance.
It's New York State.
New York one, and I guess the people in the workplace getting vaccinated.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have an issue with him not taking the shot, Reggie. Like I don't have an issue with that. I mean, that's his personal personal belief. You know, and like Joe said, I ain't he don't agree. He might not agree, but he respects his decision.
Hey, see, here's the point. Reggie Red said, I sure ain't get the shot. He ain't get that money. Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And here's my stance. I know this is one of the ones where you might have to mute my mic after it's over. And you might kick me off the show.
Oh shit, here it comes.
I hear from my boys all the time. So I'll just keep it real. I'm not mad at him for not getting a shot.
Mm.
I'm not. I'm really not. What I'm mad at, now, if everybody take the emotion out of it, hear me on this. Even the fellas watching, take the emotion out and don't call me no Uncle Tom or nothing.
Oh,
We're going to have to fight. This is what I'm talking about. If you take the emotion out of it, he had Kevin Durant and James Harden. They came there because of him.
Mm-hmm.
My man Stephen A. He made it a point the other day.
His goddamn mute button.
They were going to go to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie said, no, we can do our own thing in Brooklyn. That's exactly how it went down.
And DeAndre Jordan has some kind of role in that too. Mm-hmm.
So they go to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
They on the road to get this championship.
Mm-hmm.
They knew through the gate last year how it was going to go down. At the end of last year, they knew how it was going to go down. So my man all of a sudden said, I don't want the shot. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kerr was even going to say, not Steve Kerr, Steve Nash was another reason. Mm-hmm. That was a pick that was brought on too by Kyrie Irving. Mm. It's the truth.
Did they not see what happened with Kyrie in Boston?
He's a diva. I told y'all this. He's a fucking diva.
But did they not see what happened in Boston?
Did you not see what happened in Cleveland with him too?
Exactly.
Oh, hey, you preach to the choir with me.
Yo, he is a diva, man. And keep it real. If we on the street, Reggie, all my fellas, we day ones. If we go on a court and you say, all right, Cheese, once you play for our team, all right, we down. Kenny, CB, Dean, all right, we're going to play. And all of a sudden, I walk up, and here's my point. If it wasn't a shot, it'd have been something else.
That's right.
It'd have been something else.
It would be something else.
It was 30 degrees that day. I ain't feel like coming to the gym. That's how he is, man. That's how he is.
Well,
and people talking about, he never once said he was against the shot.
Mm-mm.
He's not against the shot.
Mm-mm.
But he won a flat earth dudes. I don't know. He went to Duke.
I don't know, man. I think it's, to me, when I look at
he only did 1 year though.
When I see Kyrie and I look at him, I just see mental illness.
Yeah.
I just see that something something ain't operating right up, you know, up in his head. Real smart dude. Definitely a ball player.
Right.
I just see something going on up there that's just that ain't. So he might be dealing with some depression, mental illness, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that he was bipolar.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, from a professional perspective, none of us are doctors, and we are not allowed to diagnose. So we're gonna refrain. We're gonna refrain from goddamn.
Hey, my teammate. I said, look, I got my teammate Reggie said, look, he said it's not always about the paper, which is true. And he said, his family had paper. He said Kyrie is an attention seeker. Same reason he left, you know, LBJ. That's a good point. That's true too. Good point. Yeah.
Well, he felt like, you know, he could carry. I mean, he couldn't carry them. He couldn't carry the load before LBJ got there.
Huh? Yeah.
He couldn't carry the load before LeBron got there.
Right.
You know, he started listening to all these motherfuckers talking about, man, LeBron wouldn't have won if you ain't hit that shot.
Yeah.
And we talking about one shot. It was a big motherfucking shot.
Yeah.
But look at all the shit that happened before they got to that shot.
Right.
You know. But I ain't see y'all gonna have me on here defending LeBron and shit, man. I don't feel like that tonight. You know.
Lakers lost.
Hold on, say it again.
Y'all gonna have me on here defending LeBron tonight. I don't feel like that shit tonight.
No, but that's a good conversation we having with, and it's just amongst the fellas. We having fun with it. But don't get
To
me
let you
wrong.
know, Boston beat LA.
Did they?
Really?
Boston beat them. Looked
Well,
like Jay Tatum had a good night. 37 points, 13 of 26, 11 rebounds.
Joe said his wife be diagnosing him all the time. Yeah, she's not a doctor, Joe. We got to put an end to that. She's not a professional.
Shit. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. But this
Reggie say like LBJ though. LBJ good, man.
see, I'm with you, Reg. Man, LeBron is like a unicorn in this league. People ain't appreciating the greatness we watching because he's not playing the way they want him to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, when you watch this man in the finals lead every goddamn statistical category, come on, man. Who does that? And I'm a Jordan guy, but I don't put them two against each other. First off, I just like Jordan better. But LeBron is right there. If I got a top five, LeBron in the five.
Tell me this: he still ain't getting no statue outside the Staples Center.
Well, he gonna get one at the what they call him. What they call him?
They don't want him there.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They know LeBron. Anything LeBron gonna have the economy booming in Cleveland. What else is going on in Cleveland?
Nothing.
Speaking of Cleveland, what the Cleveland fucking Browns? Everybody was talking about.
Shit.
When they Super Bowl favorites this year, when they going to come out the North, the AFC North this year.
Hold up.
Fake a Mayfield.
I'm glad OBJ left. I'm glad he left.
I'm sorry, motherfuckers. Have you watched them? Now, what you call him? The defensive lineman said he checking out.
I'm sorry. I had better things. I was watching paint dry.
Yeah, and that's probably better than what you see on Sundays from them. Sorry, motherfucker. Excuse my language. Y'all got me cussing in there.
Hey, Gina said you guys are funny, man. What's up, Gina?
Who's that? Gina Clay?
Yeah, Gina Clay.
Gina Clay, that's my homie.
I read that clip that you sent out about that Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I had saw that report. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that he was benched. I heard him say that we lost because we didn't make any adjustments. They beat our ass because we didn't do anything different. Right. And, and I tell you, when I heard him say that, I'm just reminded again of the role that coaches play.
Right.
You know, whether it be basketball, and in this case it's been football, but the same can go for basketball, where you can have really good players. Right. But you also need really good coaching.
That's true.
Indeed.
And in this case, and I've been hearing lately, like even B. Arians last week when they lost to the Redskins.
Oh, Bruce Arians? Yeah.
Yeah. He said it wasn't the players, it was the coaching. We did a horrible job.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we you know, as fans or whatever, you know, we always look at the players and when they don't do, but I think what Garrett said was just an example. And you know, Garrett's a good damn player. You know, he's player. But you know, he's looking for he's looking to coach to put me in that position where I can be able to, you know, where I can be able to succeed, you know, and didn't happen.
But I look at that kid, you know, Baker Mayfield.
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Fucking crybaby.
Quarterback, you know, on all the TV commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude.
You know the guy. You know the one.
Yeah.
And
how does he have more national commercials than Lamar Jackson?
You know why?
Come on now. He's fake.
Why? Come on, man. Lamar wasn't even supposed to be. Lamar is a running back, first of all.
Oh shit! How you go? There we go.
You know, Lamar not even a quarterback according to these experts.
Yeah.
He should have switched to wide receiver. You know.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of John Gilliam, 1972, L.A. Rams. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Lamar should be returning punts, man.
You know, but see, Baker Mayfield. I'm out of mind.
One CB.
I'm out of mind with Baker Mayfield. He's a guy that's like he's an okay quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's better than okay. He's a good quarterback.
He is.
Yeah.
But he's the guy that gonna put some numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
But in crunch time, when shit's on the line, he's gonna give something up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna give something up at a time where it's very crucial for his team.
Yeah.
Because he want to be like the Brett Favre, the gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, man, humble yourself and take what they give you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He seemed like the guy that tried to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the deal was with him and OBJ that they couldn't get it together. But I watched that video that OBJ father put out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching the first 5 minutes. I didn't realize all that shit was from one game. Because he had multiple games. I mean, it was like a 15-minute video.
How can you not see this dude wide open like that all the time?
Bruh. Now,
it was intentional.
Because I gotta take it back. I gotta take it back some years. Because I don't go to many games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is in 2001, the year Elvis Gerback was the Ravens quarterback. And they happened to be playing the Cleveland Browns here. I went there with me. I think I took my son to that game. And we were sitting in the end zone, in the fucking note. I could look over and see 95, so that's how bad my seats were. And Elvis Gerback, you follow the Ravens, then you know shit didn't go well for him coming off a Super Bowl.
I remember.
And I can see the Ravens were coming toward us. We were in the end zone, like say at the 95 side.
Yeah.
They were coming toward us.
Mm-hmm.
I can see right now Kyrie Ishmael in the corner of the end zone doing motherfucking jumping jacks. All by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, looked like he was back there 10 minutes.
Right.
Elvis threw this shit into about quadruple coverage.
Yeah.
On in a short pass at that. Quadruple coverage, pick six. They booed this man so bad. Because I think he had like 5 turnovers the first half of the game. It was ugly.
Yeah.
They was calling for Randall Cunningham. They was doing the Randall cheers, man, at halftime. Randall was throwing the football around a little bit when they came out, so people getting all excited. And that first possession, and that motherfucking 18 ran back out there, man.
Yeah. Hey, Elvis wasn't great playing that day, was
They let his ass have it. Man.
Great playing that day.
So I guess with Baker Mayfield probably was something personal. But I've seen it personal where a dude is that. I mean, he couldn't have been no more wide open. He was back there by himself. He was jumping like, yo, look. That shit in quadruple coverage, pick six.
Poor vision.
On the other way. No, that wasn't poor vision. That you can't miss that. I could have hit him. I could have hit that pass. I could have threw a touchdown on that one. And the only thing was a defender in sight. He was back there by himself.
Wow.
They're back about 6'7", wasn't he?
Yeah,
You think that was something personal? You think that was something personal with
he was fried. He was toast.
Yeah.
He was toast. By that time in the season, he was done.
Yeah.
And I think the Ravens still made the playoffs, but they was one and done. But Elvis was cooked, man. He got here. The pressure of coming here to a Super Bowl champ, and basically you got Ray Lewis and them saying, "Listen, don't fuck it up. We got you." You know what I'm saying? Don't get what Ray and them was talking about. Get us a touchdown and a field goal. We got it.
And you know, and with Gerback coming in, people forget he made the Pro Bowl the previous year.
Oh, he had a great season.
He had a good season. Yeah.
Oh man,
great season. But when he came to the Ravens, we lost Jamal Lewis in preseason.
That was huge. That was huge.
Ravens didn't have a running game.
That's
Jamal getting hurt. Jamal getting hurt, and what's the name going to Kansas City? Priest Holmes. That was huge. That was huge. That was huge.
Oh, yo, we got the OG Kenny Rice in the building, man.
Yeah, Kenny been in here.
Rice.
Talked to Kenny this morning.
Yeah, that's the main dog, man.
Yeah, so we I don't know. Let me move on. I get a little pissed off. But the Cleveland Browns, man, the Cleveland Browns are who we thought they were. You know, all that talk about the Super Bowl, they were going to win the North, and they talk bad about my man Lamar. And Ravens ain't this and Ravens ain't that. Where we at now?
I don't know,
what place we in?
I don't know, but at the count of 3, I'm gonna hold my breath because I'm not wasting no more motherfucking energy on the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, and we play them back to back coming up too. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I like disappointing them. Right.
I can still see LeBar running out the locker room. Wasn't that last year? When we had the 4th string quarterback in and he broke his leg or something and Lamar come out.
Yeah.
On 4th down.
Game of the year.
Do a motherfucking touchdown and shit on 4th and forever.
Do it to Hollywood after Hollywood had dropped about 4 balls.
And that was in Cleveland too, wasn't
it? Was it?
It was in Cleveland.
I think it was, yeah.
Just the look of disgust on them people's face, man. It's almost like Christmas for me.
What a game.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. They still mad that Art Modell broke their heart. They keeping that man out the Hall of Fame. They got campaigns going on. He can't get in. He can't get in.
They celebrated when he died.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. And they wonder why they don't have no luck in Cleveland.
But you know what? I tell people all the time. They just merely got earth-saved like we did.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Well, at least he was decent enough to leave the team. The colors and shit, the records, all that shit.
We gave
I give him that.
We gave him a nice package in that stadium. Come on, keep it real.
Listen. That's the business of sport.
They forced Baltimore to get dirty.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give us a team, so we had to get dirty.
Yeah, that's the business of sport. Because I remember when we had all that campaign to get the expansion team.
Yeah.
And they put that shit in Jacksonville. Everybody was like, "What?" Right. They still struggling with attendance.
Yeah, good luck with Trevor. Good luck with Trevor Lawrence. Good luck with him.
Yeah, old Jacksonville.
I hope Trevor Lawrence do okay so he can get the ball to my man down there. He's still trying to keep his career going.
Who's that?
Tavon Austin.
Oh yeah, Tavon. Oh Tavon. Be more finest.
He like the abominable snowman. I ain't seen him about 10 years. Do nothing.
Damn.
Who, Tavon?
Yeah.
He keeping the job though.
Yeah, he's staying in the league. I give him
credit.
Staying
in the league. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, that's true. He making that money. I ain't
that check. Speaking of staying in the league, gotta give a shout out to my guy, Rudy Gay.
Yeah,
Rudy Gay made his season debut last night.
Okay, I was wondering where he was at.
And made a season in Utah. Man, Rudy came out the bench, hit 5 threes. I think he
Who
ended
they
up with
play?
20. Ah, shit, I forget who they played. I saw the highlights this morning. Yeah, he hit for 20.
Okay.
I think he had 5 threes, looked real good. I watched the highlights this morning. Rudy looked real good, man. He had some foot issues. And he had to get over that get over this. I think he had some surgery, so he had to rehab a little bit, get himself back. And he talked about in his interview this morning. Well, I watched it this morning. He's talking about playing up in the mountains. Utah up in the mountains and playing in the elevation. Rudy, 35 years old now, man.
Wow.
So he said, just being a 35-year-old coming off an injury.
Wow.
And he speak with a confidence that I've never heard him talk with before. Rudy is a humble guy. Very, very humble guy. You don't never really hear him talk about himself a lot. Yeah. But in the interview, he kind of said, listen, I can shoot that thing. You know what I'm saying? I can play. I can play this game, man. I've been in the league 16 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't say that. And truth be told, a lot of people that people say was better than him can't say that. Yeah. So I'm a Rudy Gay guy. I've known Rudy since he was 12, 11 years old. Watched his game grow from a kid with a lot of potential, man, to a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of him, man. I mean, he in the league, man. He been in the league 16 years, man. I mean, there's not a lot of people from here that can say that.
That's right.
Outstanding, man.
He's in rarefied air coming from Baltimore. And then not only coming from Baltimore, he comes from Baltimore County, which in basketball circles don't get a lot of credit, don't get a lot of respect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's people right now hating on Rudy because he wasn't from East Baltimore or West Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? It's that bullshit. I see it every year, somebody saying, well, Rudy's soft. Like, yo, if the man been in the league 15, 16 years and made over 200 million.
That don't sound soft to me.
I'll be soft. If that's what it takes. Label me soft then. You know what I'm saying? My guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super proud of him, man. Super proud of him.
Didn't he come back from retirement? Because I remember when he had issues in both knees.
He never stepped away. He never stepped away.
He never stepped away?
No, he never stepped away.
Okay, so it's another player that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Rudy never stepped away. He had some injuries. He had a couple injuries. A couple years ago, he had an Achilles that set him down for a minute.
No, I'm thinking of a player who they had injuries in both knees. They stepped away from the game for about maybe like 2 years and then came back. I thought it was Rudy, maybe not.
No, that definitely wasn't him.
Okay. It was, in fact, if I remember correctly, the dude was with the Trailblazers at the time.
Oh no, you talking about my man?
You talking about Aldridge?
Yeah. No, yeah, you talking about Aldridge.
So Marcus Aldridge.
Mm-hmm.
But
he came back. He back with the Nets.
Yeah. Right. He took time off because he had issues with his knees.
He had a heart issue last year.
He had a heart problem.
He had a heart problem last year. Mm-hmm. Before that, I don't know.
This was a player who had it was like cartilage issues, tendon issues in both their knees.
You talking about a man
Brandon Roy?
That's what I'm talking about.
No, he retired. He retired. He coaching now.
No, but he did come. He did try to come. He did come back.
He did. Right. Brandon Roy is who I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he coaching.
Okay.
But Kenny, the OG Joseph Pack was asking how Utah got the name Jazz, and if I'm not mistaken, it came from New Orleans.
Right. They was a New Orleans Jazz.
It just kept the name.
And they did a Robert Ursay move to Utah and kept the name and shit.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's nothing jazzy about Utah.
No.
And I ain't never been out there.
Nah.
They don't even play jazz in Utah.
No. Which is the weirdest thing.
That's like the Mormon. That's like Mormontown, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know, you have like 6, 7 wives out there, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
wives out there.
But he had asked, and I'm just looking at bringing some of the fellas on here that were.
Yeah, my man Johnny B. John Barnett said, what we think about Cam returning to Carolina.
Oh, Cam.
I like it.
Cam said, "I'm back.
I'm back, motherfucker." Cam ran. He threw one and ran one.
Right.
Did
Starting this week.
Did he flex on him?
He ran for 2 yards, man. I'm gonna tell you something about Cam.
Hey,
Can I keep it? This might be one of them things where you put me on the show, Kenny.
Come with it, Cheese.
If Cam was really,
what you got, Cheese?
If Cam was really that good, they would have never let him go.
Boom.
Cam sucked the last 2 or 3 years.
Boom.
Did Cam suck? Did Cam suck or did the team suck?
No, he sucked too, along with the team.
Yo, we're gonna see at the end of the season. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. In fact, we're gonna see over the next like 3 games. We're gonna see.
Tell you what,
he's gonna start this week.
No,
Cam is who he is.
He is who he is.
He is who he is.
He has one thing right now. He has one thing that they did not have, and that's that stallion in the backfield.
So who is Cam then? Y'all say Cam is who he is. Who is?
Cam was a talented quarterback. I don't think Cam is talented anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
I don't think he's a starter.
No, I don't think he's a starter.
No,
I think he could be a good. I think he could be a good backup, but I think his skills have
diminished. Yeah,
you know. But we'll see over these next few games, because that one game, I want to see after maybe like 3 or 4. You know
what y'all sound like right now.
What?
Oh man!
What you
gonna say, big fella?
Y'all sound like all them people. Y'all sound like all them people that said that Lamar was a running back.
Oh bullshit, man! I ain't even going there, man. I got love for Lamar, man. How you gonna look me in that? Damn, big fella.
Lamar's a dog. I think Kenny trying to agitate shit.
Hey,
wait, no. He's
trying to do some clickbait and shit. Have us fighting shit on air.
First of all, I'm not down with no man wearing skinny jeans and a scarf to practice anyway.
Hey, listen. I don't give a damn what you wear. All I worry about is what happened on Sunday.
Keep it real though. If you say, Cam, the fella's coming over for some chicken wings tonight, you gonna tell, hey, Cam, slow it down on the dress. Just wear some regular shit, man. Yo,
hey,
I got the fellas, the crew coming
flamboyant ass.
Yeah,
I don't go home with them. I don't go home with them. I don't care. I don't care what he wear.
Man.
I like to see what they do on Sunday.
Yeah, all right.
His skills have eroded to me.
Yeah, they
ain't eroded that goddamn. But he ain't no Joe Flacco out that motherfucker.
I heard he's starting on for the Jets on Sunday,
and that's gonna be ugly.
Oh, it's gonna be very ugly.
Yeah.
Now you know. Let's see it, man. See, y'all got me talking about Flacco,
skills
man.
diminish you, man.
Damn.
Look, man, you know Flacco is the greatest quarterback.
You better dump on Flacco, man, than defending Cam Newton, man. I don't know how you can defend that shit, man.
Yeah.
Stop.
I mean, I'm trying to see what was so bad about Cam, man. I mean,
look, did you look at him?
Did y'all know the man was hurt?
Come on, man.
Did y'all know the man was hurt?
Man.
You're making fucking excuses.
He ain't been hurt all
Yo, big fella, man. I'm surprised.
Me too, Charles. Me too.
I'm surprised.
He was not hurt on the whole 3 years he sucked.
You're making excuses for this man. I think you know what I think? I think that people see Cam from 2015, 2016, MVP, Super Bowl, and I think their vision of Cam is locked.
Yep, I told you.
They still stuck in 2016, 2015, and it's like the rest of us is in 2021.
Yep, I totally agree. 100%.
We're in 2021. Cheese, what year you in?
2021.
Yo, Dean, what year you in?
It's 2021.
Yo, big fella, what you in? 2015?
2014.
Oh, shit. He's still cheering for Ron Rivera. He's still cheering for Ron Rivera over there. Come on, man.
Yo, did I hear Kenny just say Dan Marino looked good last Sunday?
Damn.
I don't know what's going on. I don't
big fella, man. I'm shocked. I just want to tell you, I'm shocked, man.
I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. The man is starting Sunday.
No.
We have to wait and give him a chance. Let's give him a shot.
All right, we give him a shot. We give him a shot.
Now, can we go revisit this shit?
Yeah.
Y'all we going to revisit it.
Y'all done threw my band in.
You know what? You need to have like a little segment. Have a little segment, Cam moment. Every show have a Cam moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it ain't gonna be the type of moment that you think. It ain't gonna be that type of moment.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fumble. It's gonna be an interception.
You know, he's gonna walk to the game like he delirious.
Kenny, you heard what your boy said, right?
Flamboyant ass.
Ed Reed said that he don't want to see Lamar Jackson turn out to be another game.
Oh man.
That's what Ed Reed said.
Oh my God.
We're gonna give him a chance, though. I'm with you though, Kenny. We're gonna give him a shot and see how he turn out.
Yeah, we'll give him a shot, man.
We'll give him a shot.
If anything, he a brother, so we're gonna give him a shot. You know, we'll give him a shot.
I mean, even the fact that he ain't out here, brother, goddamn.
Right. Last person I heard said that they was back was Michael Jordan. He said, I'm back.
Yeah.
Cam said, I'm back. Watch out.
It don't have the same ring, though.
It really don't.
It don't have the same
God,
it really don't.
Damn.
It was all forced and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Big Kenny says a lot of subpar white quarterbacks.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What was the comment? What was the comment?
Big Kenny Rice says a lot of subpar white quarterbacks that stick around. That's true too. Yeah.
Go flat.
It is true.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Trevor Siemian. Yeah, it's about 50 of them. Trevor Siemian.
True.
Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, can you talk about Teddy Bridgewater, man?
I like Teddy. Did
you like that tackle attempt?
I didn't see it.
Hey, Cheese, I wouldn't even call that an attempt.
Oh,
that was like a flyby. He just stood by, just watched that thing just fly right by. He didn't want no part of that.
No.
He did not want that smoke.
They don't pay him enough to make tackles.
That was a disgrace, man.
He should have had to turn in his pads after that.
Running at you. Olay, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't pay him enough to make tackles.
Yeah.
You know.
Lamar would have threw himself in there.
Yep.
No, I just seen Lamar a couple weeks ago when he threw that pick that went 6. He did a little Olay he looked like he was trying to get him.
He kind of did. You kind of right.
He Olayed that shit. And he know where listen.
I took the emotion out of it.
Lamar is trying to get the bag.
No doubt. Why not?
Do not throw your ass in the middle of a train coming at you that's going to interfere with that bag.
No doubt. But Lamar get the bag. Why shouldn't he get the bag?
Lamar plays hard.
But listen. If Lamar came
up with like 30 mil,
if he come up with a devastating injury right now, it's going to fuck with the bag. I promise you that.
I don't even want to think about it.
I don't know.
But this is the games we play. This is the games that they play with people. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Look at last year with Dak and his injury. And you know that was the question whether they was going to give him like long paper, you know, because that was like a big question, and they did. So my question is, do you think that may have, I don't want to say set the market, but set the market in terms of giving out that big contract? I'm talking about in the case if Lamar were to get hurt. I think that he still get the bag.
They took their time giving Dak that money. I'm positive they explored other options before they paid him.
Right,
you're right.
Right.
I'm positive of that. I bet you they put his ass out on that block. We're gonna keep this quiet, but you know, what would it take? You know, you take Dak off our hands, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I promise you that. But they took a long time for him to get it, because remember, that was the last year they paid the backup some premium backup money before he got his money.
That's right.
Which was, and a lot of people raised their eyebrows at that.
Right.
Like, how you gonna pay the backup?
Right.
This kind of money and you ain't took care of your guy yet, even though he's coming off the injury. You know what I'm saying? How that happen?
Right.
The business of sports is ugly.
Hey Kenny, can you read Rodney Pierce's comment and tell me what you guys think about this?
So the NFL is slowly transitioning to a run and shoot style, and you will see more black QBs doing what the white quarterbacks have done for years.
I'm not sure I get that.
Well, you are seeing more athletic quarterbacks, more quarterbacks that can do multiple things. Number one, because the game, the defenses are so fast. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like you had to eventually go that way. You couldn't just have a quarterback that wasn't mobile, just sitting back there, because these D linemen, big 250, 300-pound guys is running 4.2s, 4.3s.
Right.
And these big, slow offensive linemen can't hold them.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? The game was transitioning that way. The quarterback's got to be more mobile.
No, but what
especially when you got the transformation of the edge rushers.
Yeah.
The edge rushers coming in.
But tell me this, what does he mean by and see more black quarterbacks doing what the whites have done for years? I don't get that part. What does that mean?
He had to clear that up.
Yeah, I don't because that's like a weird kind of contradiction in that. I don't understand.
I'm almost thinking that he means that you'll see the black quarterback just dominating the position or being quarterbacks like whites have been for many years.
That's what Kenny Rice just said that.
Okay.
Not particularly the style of play, but the white quarterback is dominated for so many years. So now it's transitioning to a point where it's an athletic position.
Now, Rod said, being a bum and stealing money.
No, ain't no quarterback, ain't no black. Come on, Rod. Ain't no black quarterbacks gonna be no bum and steal no money. What, Kenny, block that shit, Kenny. What is he talking about?
What's up, Big Rod?
What's up, Rod? Hey, Joe Pack said he was a lineman. Don't listen to him. Nah, I'm just kidding, Rod. Nah, that's a good point, though. I mean, Big Kenny Rice said, that's a good point.
Yeah, but I think, man, with the way the game is going, with defenses being so fast, you got to look to do something different at that quarterback position. You're gonna have guys like Peyton Manning, guys like Tom Brady. They know how to manipulate the pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not the fastest guys, but they able to move around in their pocket and they got them quick releases. They can get the ball off. So, and they're the kind of guys they're standing there to take a hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not going to be all black quarterbacks, of course. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that. Yeah. And I don't think nobody is even asking for that. You know what I'm saying? It's really all it's ever been was just the opportunity. Let me prove that I can't play. You know what I'm saying? Before you just say that I should have been a running back or I should have been a wide receiver or some nonsense like that. Let me prove to you that I can't play. So, now you look around the league and you see more young black quarterbacks getting the opportunities, and they're doing well with it. They're doing well with it, man. And it's good to see, because for so long you wasn't seeing that. You wasn't seeing them guys get an opportunity. They come out of college and you look like, remember the guy Pittsburgh had, Randall L.
Mm-hmm.
He was a quarterback. He was a quarterback in college, and then they switched him to he became like a slash type.
What about the dude that Pittsburgh had, and he played at Colorado, and they actually used to call him Slash.
Cordell.
Yeah. Cordell Stewart.
Cordell, yeah.
Cordell Stewart.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is, man.
Kenny Joe White.
Joe White. Hey, what's up? Oh my God, I'm blanking on her name, looking right at her face. Tell her I said, what's up, Joe?
And you know they weren't wrong about moving some of these motherfuckers now.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Some of them needed to be moved to a
but give me the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Give me the opportunity. So that lead me into another thing.
Okay.
That lead me into another thing. Because I think this kind of came up in the conversation we was having earlier. When opportunities for black players and the ownership issue came up. If there were more owners, more black owners, more minority owners, would the opportunities be different? Would that kind of tilt the scales? I think that's the case in a lot of areas, in all sports. When you're in control, when you're able to control, what's going on. So if I'm the owner of the Ravens,
right?
You put people in place, number one, that can do the job, but you go put people in place that you're comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that a lot of times I think get lost with ownership. These people are putting people in place that they feel comfortable with.
Sure.
Because he's talking about, this is $1 billion industry. If I don't trust you, I'm not gonna put you in a position that's, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna have that kind of responsibility.
Okay.
So I think in Baltimore, you know, and we follow the Ravens because we here closer than most other teams. We was blessed, man. That Ozzie Newsome got that opportunity, right? And one thing I noticed about Ozzie, if you go back from when they first got here, Ozzie Newsome always had a black quarterback on the roster. Always, if they were second or third string, even if they or at least they had an opportunity in camp, he always would bring in a black quarterback, regardless of who the number one guy was. So, and he had a litany of them from all the way from when they first got here, right? You know, the staff was always kind of reflective of the team. You know, it wasn't like an all-white staff. You know, Ozzie, you always had opportunities with Ozzie. Guys had opportunities to grow and get positions in other places. I know the guy James Shaq Harris was an assistant on the Ozzie. He got a GM job somewhere at one point. So I think, you know, having people in those positions, you know, but ownership is the bigger picture. And you know, in the NFL, we don't have any black owners. I think there's a female owner, correct?
Well,
at least it was one at one time.
Yeah, with the Rams.
Yeah,
that's more of like I think she's the head or the front, but isn't it more like a family
Yes.
Yeah, but you know,
but she's in front though. But I understand.
Yeah, but I mean, ownership is about control. You know what I'm saying? So when you own something, you got control, man. You can put whoever you want in position. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I look at with ownership, like even with when you take it down to college, which is not about ownership, but college is more about who the president of the university is, who the athletic directors are, and the relationships that they have. So I'm a John Thompson guy. I used to listen to his show religiously. And he talked about why he was successful at Georgetown is because he had the respect of the president of the college and the athletic director. And they allowed him to run the show as he saw fit without them putting their fingers in it and sneaking behind his back, checking on him to make sure he was doing what they wanted to do. They allowed him to run the show, which is why he said he never took an NBA job, because he interviewed, if y'all remember, he interviewed for the Denver Nuggets one year and the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. And one of the reasons he said he didn't take either one of the jobs was because he didn't want to go and just be a figurehead, you know, just to be, because he was John Thompson from Georgetown. So he'd have sold some tickets, you know, just based off of that. He didn't want to go there and not be able to have control of the team and to do what he wanted or felt necessary to do with the team, you know. So it'd have been like a ceremonial hire, and especially with the Clippers, because the Clippers back at that time sucked, and they hired coaches all the time and brought in people kind of ceremoniously, you know, to say that we did something with really no intention on doing anything to win, you know, just to sell some tickets and make some money. And that would have been it. So, you know, to me, ownership is about that control piece, you know, and if you're in control, you control the pieces, you control the chessboard, you know, you make it move and do the things you want with it. So that's kind of, you know, how I see the ownership piece. And that came up earlier when we was talking, you know, when we was texting each other.
Sure.
Exactly, Roddy. Elgin Baylor was a figurehead. You know, he really didn't have any control out there to really do anything to put the Clippers in position to win. He was Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor was a Laker, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? He was a Laker. He made his money he made his name with the Lakers. So he's an LA guy now. The Clippers hired this man. And they were just subpar to terrible every year. They were in the lottery every year for years.
I remember.
You know. So y'all have any thoughts on that?
I don't I understand. I see Rodney and the guys saying that, you know, NFL is a good old boy network. And obviously, you know, through the origin and the start and you know, it's always been that kind of way. I mean, you go back to even my Cowboys I loved, and you know, Tex Stram and all them guys and the Redskins with Jack Kent Cook and all them guys. I mean, you know, we know how it was. But our true love of the game kind of supersedes a lot of the ignorance that went on in the league. Now, fast forward to, you know, last recent years, you guys are talking about Colin Kaepernick, how he's tried to use his voice via the NFL to kind of bring things to light, and the good old boy network seemed to kind of want to block that.
It did.
But I was one of the first people, and I think we can go back and look at it because a lot of people were getting on the NFL. Oh, Jay-Z is just going to be a figurehead in the league. And I totally disagree, because number one, Jay-Z didn't need the money or the fame. And I thought that him being in the, you know, when they said, look, come on in here and help us, you know, see what we can do to get things right, and, you know, different areas. And I think that was a big turnaround point for them. And to have more things inclusive. Now, of course, you had the their version of the Rooney Rule, which in business standards is sort of like affirmative action, where you say, okay, we're gonna have this black candidate come in. A lot of that's dog and pony shit. We know that. The point that I don't like, you have a brother come in there who's obviously qualified, but you're only bringing him in just to fill that Rooney Rule kind of thing, to say, okay, we did speak to a black candidate. But you had guys like, you know, Tony Dungy, a man in Pittsburgh, other talented guys, African-American guys who kind of shown that, hey man, we can run a team. Then you had Ozzie, who was maybe one of the best to ever do it as a GM. So kind of laying that groundwork for the last 25, 30 years, moving forward. What I do like about the NFL right now is that you got a lot of talented young assistants coming up. Because you remember at one point, you go back 30, 40 years, you had a lot of guys rolling out of trees, whether it's the Bill Walsh tree, the Tom Landry tree. You know, you had these different coaches sprouting out of that. But now you have these guys who are coming from Tony Dungy, Denny Green, you know, guys who are really showing, I mean, you know, that they can do the job. And so hopefully it keeps it going, man. And like I say, and I'm not going to be long-winded about it, but I'm not one of these people that I'm not going to boycott the NFL, because I told you guys before, there are a lot of kids who are feeding their family from the league. So if you tell a kid, okay, you 21 years old, you're going to make $3 million a year, your family ain't got shit, you come from the projects, you come from Florida, you say you come from the muck, you come from Compton, inner city Chicago.
Turner Station.
Turner Station. I can't turn my back and say, look, man, I'm a boycott. Nah, man, get that money. Get that money to make your family proud. And that's one of the things I appreciate Deion Sanders with. Get that money, man.
Yeah.
Make your family proud. Do the right thing. Take care of your family. Get your businesses going. And if I can support you by buying a jersey every now and then, or, you know, if you got some sneakers coming, I say, you know what, if that's support you, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it.
I don't knock nobody for, you know, if they don't support the NFL. You know, the NFL went through some changes with the protesting and all that.
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Neil, you know, he vocal about him not supporting the NFL. And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that's his stance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to debate him on it. That's how he feel about it.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, you know, I'm like you. Sports is too essential to me. You know, this is my day to day. Sports is a great coping mechanism for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I I can watch a game and it can change my whole mood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sports and music, you know, are kind of the two things, man, that's kind of essential for me. So, you know, I got to have it. I got to see, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I sit around, like I told you, I used to watch, you know, the Battle of the Network Stars and love that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And these was non-athletic people, but it was the competition, you know. So I don't, you know, I don't begrudge nobody that don't watch. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, in the business of sports is ugly. When you really understand the business of sports, it's cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? It's cutthroat, man, and it's like it's not something that a lot of people really understand. Like I told y'all last week. You know, I understand. You know, people get attached to players, but it's not a big deal to me when players get cut or when they decide to go somewhere else to get paid, man, because it's a business. It's a business first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got a bunch of independent contractors in a business, you know what I'm saying, that's about getting as much as you can get for as long as you can.
Sure.
So if your payday is not going to come with the Baltimore team that I love,
yeah,
by all means, if the Dallas team that y'all guys like is going to pay them, go get yours. You know what I'm saying? Go get yours, and I'll may or may not root for you, and probably not. Yeah. Especially if you go wear that goddamn star on your helmet, man.
But shit, you gonna talk about the Cowboys like that, man?
Yeah. But you know what, Kenny? And
I had to take a shot.
Whoa, cheese, man.
I'm sorry, man.
I had to take a shot.
I'm sorry,
man.
He
did a Terrell Owens on the damn star, man.
I noticed that. I was trying to gloss over it, but you know.
You can't gloss over that shit, man. He did a Terrell Owens on the star.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. All that good
talk. Yo, you shocking me tonight, big fella.
Yeah.
You fucking my head up tonight, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He's unhinged.
I think I need to pour a little bit more, man, because you fucking my head up, man.
Hey, but you know what? And Joseph,
what's in that cup, Brooks?
Yeah, what's in that cup?
You know what's in the cup, man. Shit. It ain't juice.
But that scissor.
God damn.
Take a drink, man.
Damn,
yeah, man. Shit, I take a sip for all of y'all, man. Y'all my boys.
You said that a little strong, Brooks. You know what I mean?
He did. It's almost like he was offended. But that New York City came out of quick.
Oh man!
Sorry, man. My bad.
But you know,
that's all good.
But you know, I say this though, and Pac made a good thing about you know, helping them in the NFL. I hope that they doing this now by helping them with financial skills or whatever.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, grand scheme of things, a short period of time, they can make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm one of them people that sports is different from society, because when you say, well, whatever contract we sign, we say, okay, we gotta stick to this contract. NFL, for just the one sport, I disagree with it, because
they got the worst contracts.
Because you can sign $100 million. They give you a $40 million signing bonus. We all know you're getting $40 million. Cut that in half, because you're gonna Uncle Sam and everybody else gonna get that part. But I never get mad at a person or a kid, a young man says, okay, you sign a 5-year deal. And after the third year, you say, you know what? I'm going to renegotiate. And I had to look at that. And as I got older, I realized, number one, it's a short period of time. Number two, these guys, if they came up with the saying, outplaying your contract.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're in their third year and say, look, we're going to have to go back, I don't blame them for that.
Right.
Because in basketball and baseball, if I sign for $200 million, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
If I'm Bobby Bonilla and I'm signing for $1 million for 30 years, I'm getting it. Football, I signed that deal. I'm not promised they can cut me tomorrow.
Yep.
So when the roles are reversed and the player says, look, man, I done put up 1,500 yards, caught 100 balls, 2 years straight on my 5-year deal. Nah, I'm going to renegotiate, because at that point, you're really, you know, your clock is ticking, even at 25 years old.
Yeah.
Because you say, look, this next 5 to 7 years, I got to make as much money as I can and perform in a football. I'm not mad at that.
Can't be.
Not mad at that.
Can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? You gotta get it while you can get it.
Yeah.
You know, and like you say, the business of sport is what a lot of us don't really get, because we fans. You know, it's not a fan's job to know the business of sport. You know, you like who you like, and you want your guys to win, and you want the best people you can have on your team. And we fall in love with players, man. That's what fans do.
Sure.
It's not a good thing to see your favorite player, you know, on another team because of some business.
Sure.
That we didn't understand, you know. So I mean, it's a business, man. Yeah, Joe Dundalk did win tonight. They on to the semifinals of the state. So I don't know who they got on the next round. I'm sure we'll know that by tomorrow morning. I was going to mention that too. They did win. I saw probably about the first. When I left, because we came out of practice. The game had started when we came out of practice. It was 0-0 when I left. I came home, you know, to get ready for the show and everything. But they did win. I did hear that they won. So, you know, they went to the semifinals of the states.
Who did they play?
They played Urbana.
Okay.
Urbana from up there in Frederick County. So,
shout out to Monroe for joining us tonight.
Shout out to all my Turner Station family, man. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all for showing up. So
we gotta get some New York City
big
people
fella.
in here.
Oh, you shit. Hey, yo. Got New York City people, you said?
We gotta get some New York City people in here.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's right.
Hey, big fella.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to comment on what you was talking about, like in the beginning, in terms when you was talking about like black ownership and more ownership. I was like in and out of meetings when I had text earlier, and I remember texting that I think there's an assumption that if there's more black ownership, that they would act in our interest. And I just don't make that assumption. Like I just don't assume that if there's like a black owner, that all of a sudden that because he's black he's going to do you know, and then all of a sudden just do what's right because he's a fucking millionaire.
But
he's going to do what's right for him.
You know, we don't operate that way though.
Huh?
We don't operate like that.
How you mean?
We don't operate in a fashion where it's just automatically going to be all black. You know, we give people more opportunities than anybody. Right. I'm talking about just from a standpoint of people fucking us over. You know what I'm saying? We give people a lot of opportunities to fuck us over again because we want to see the good in people, right? But we just that way by nature, as a whole. Not all of us, but as a whole, as people, man, we just forgiving type people.
Yeah.
And we the type of people that will give you an opportunity. If you present your resume to me, if I'm the owner of, you know, the Ravens, and you present your resume to me, and, you know, you run this organization, that organization, I say, all right, well, I'll give you a shot. You know, we more likely to say, you know, I'm gonna give a guy a shot based off the resume versus some other things that people use when they making these decisions. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if I might have to get Dean to help me out on this one. If I had to quote Farrakhan, you know, when he asked, did they promise us that 40 acres of view? You know, did we get it?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So all these treaties and shit come on, man. You know what I'm saying? They promise, they make the promise, they promise you the world and deliver nothing. And they still got us with this. We still trying to figure out what's trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Where we, on the other hand, we are not that way. We will give you an opportunity. Even though you fucked us, you know, we gonna give you an opportunity to say, all right, well, maybe you're not like that guy. You know, maybe you're a good guy, not like this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, Brooks, that it wouldn't just be automatically, you know, all black everything,
Oh no, I mean, because I've heard Stephen A. and I've heard like in especially when the race issue comes up, and I hear often that, and it was I don't know the number, but someone also texted, just in terms of black ownership is needed and how that can make a difference. And I think that there's this lockstep assumption that if and when you have this black ownership, that there would be this transformative a moment that they are going to do something transformative because they are a black owner, and I just don't see that. If it happens, okay, but I look at them as they are millionaires, and they're going to act in the interest that's going to benefit them as a millionaire. If they choose to do something that is socially conscious, that is going to be outside of the norm for them, and they would most certainly be in the very smallest of minorities. So I don't really, unless I see it, I don't really have that much confidence that when we see more black owners in professional sports, that in itself would transform a change.
It's a good thing we get close to the end, because what I'm about to say.
Oh shit!
Boy.
Well, you had to pause on that one, man.
Because I'm debating whether I should say this shit, because I know what it's going to do. I know what it's going to do.
Now you gotta say it. Now you gotta bring that shit down, man.
Don't bullshit us, Kenny.
I know what it's going to do.
You gotta say that shit now, boy. Come on now.
All right, Brooks. So you say, it's not like if we were to see that black ownership, and then kind of just automatically assume it would be a wave and of black this and black that, that's kind of around about what you were saying.
Yeah, I just think that there's an assumption that if we were to see more black owners, that that it would like whatever race issue is apparent or evident in professional sports, that having black ownership would help to address that. And I just don't
stop right there. Stop right there. So you brought it right where I needed to be.
Okay.
So we seen this show before. Right? We seen this show before. Not in football. But your favorite guy to get eyebrows rised up on here. B.O. We had a black president for 8 years. And there were people that say, that was supposed to change everything. That should have stopped all that shit.
That's right. That was a mistake.
But thinking that way is what was the mistake. Thinking that because he was in the position that all that shit was going to stop and change was the mistake. You know what I'm saying? So we seen that. We know. Well, and this ain't about BO, because we be all night with that.
You know what it is? It's more of this syndrome, black faces in high places.
Right. But it was the symbolism. It was the symbolism of him being in the position.
Exactly.
And the expectation. Because I remember, what I'm saying? I remember the celebrations. Yeah. I remember the we was overwhelmed with excitement.
The expectation.
Because a lot of us, number one, we never thought we would have saw it. So that's the first part. So the excitement, I understand the excitement. But at the end of all the excitement, it was a job to do. And not just a job that he had to do, but he had to work with motherfuckers that wanted to see him fail at the highest level and was public about that shit. They said this shit publicly that, he got to fail. He can't be successful in this position because what that does is if he's successful, then the floodgates is open.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to see all kind of people coming out, taking charge of shit.
And we can't have that shit.
We lose our control over this thing we got. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go too I don't want to get too political. We're going to have to do it on the Peaceful Disturbance.
Well, hold on. Since you brought it, can I just say one thing?
I knew this was coming.
When you talk about football and politics. And the great equalizer in all of them is pretty much a lot of similarities. And you had the good old boy network in the NFL, like we talked about. Same thing in politics.
Mm-hmm.
Good old boy network in football, 70, 80 years, whatever it is. And politics in America has been over 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not counting the politics outside of the politics, as opposed when you're talking about black folks in America. Nobody in their right mind. Now you look for Barack for that inspiration, because we never think we'll see a black president. But you look for him for inspiration. There's nobody in their right mind to think that this black man was going to sit in office for 4 or 8 years and erase all the mass bullshit in this country that was amassed over 400 years. There's no way in the world.
That's not true.
No, it is true.
No, what I'm saying is that you had people that were upset with him because he didn't, he didn't speak more forcefully on racism.
Yeah.
He didn't do, whatever that people, sought for him to do. It wasn't done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fortunate that I voted for him twice. And I feel good about it.
So listen.
I'll pray for you, man.
We are not.
I mean, hold on. Me and Dean voted for him twice.
We are not.
I pray for both of y'all. Both of y'all my brothers. Both of y'all my prayer list.
We are not going to do this tonight.
Yeah, CB.
I don't vote. I don't vote.
I hate you. I hate you.
B.O. is still your boy, though. But B.O. is your boy, though.
Yeah. No, he's not my boy.
Okay.
Listen. Anytime you see a black man rise up in any kind of government, in the NFL or whatever, you have to look closely at that black man, because they don't just arbitrarily pick a black man. They study the black person, and they send him through all kinds of, they're all kind of prerequisites that this dude got to check before he rise up. Now, Barack Obama was selected before he was elected. Now, I'm one who don't even really believe in the whole voting system. I think they put who they want to put in there, but he was selected before he was elected because he checked off what they felt comfortable with. They feel comfortable with the Barack Obama. They feel comfortable with putting Jay-Z in the NFL because Jay-Z checking off what they want to check off.
That's true.
Jay-Z ain't blazing. And some of the things that you have to do, I see white boys coming to Maryland State Highway government. Brothers, and they rise up, but they're particular kind of people that rise up.
Yes, indeed.
They're not the kind. They don't want you to rise up and then you come and start pulling all these other people up with you. That ain't the kind of person they want. They want somebody who's gonna be that figurehead, but you got to have that I'm the only nigger syndrome and be happy with that. And a lot of us are like that when we get those positions, and we proud. I'm the only black person living in the neighborhood. I'm the only black down there. And get mad and jealous if another black come because they don't want that attention to be stolen. So, you see Barack Obama and you see these people, Colin Powell, rising up. May he rest in peace.
Yes, indeed.
Colin Powell was a 4-star general that went beyond Democrat and Republican. He was there with Clinton. He was there with the Bushes and Reagan and all of them. And that man, you have to look closely at him. He got a lot of blood on his hands. Colin Powell he is instrumental in the killing of a lot of people around the world. That man has been a general. He's been the defense secretary.
Fix your face, Cheese.
Responsible for
fix your face, Cheese.
Death.
No, we got
down there making
talk
faces,
about this,
man. Nah, fix your face, man.
For a lot of death, man. And
That's right. That's right. Talk about that shit, Dean.
You know that this country, America, is not America the beautiful. You know, what's the song Ray Charles sing?
What you say about
grains of rain, purple mountains, your majesty. Man, America got more drug addicts than anybody in the world. America got more murderers than anybody in the world, more rapists, more people incarcerated. America the beautiful? Okay. So anytime you see a Colin Powell or Condoleezza Rice, I ain't leaving the females out either, Condoleezza Rice or Oprah Winfrey, we can go down the list. These people, I figure Stephen A. I mean, I can bring up situations about all them people. I can bring up situations about all them people that show you that they are controlled. They are really controlled. They're really controlled. So anytime you see somebody rise up, Blackbird, you take a look at them close, really close, because they have looked at them closely.
You make some good points, man. I know Kenny, we're going to move on, but I want to say, obviously, there's a few things we're going to have to address on the next, we're going to address them. But you make some good points, and I'll say for my man, Barack, you're absolutely right. He checked the boxes. And he even checked boxes with his old man Kennedy, who passed away. But we'll have to address a lot of.
Do we?
You brought up some. Yeah, we do.
Do we? I mean,
no, because
I don't see what needs to be discussed. Would be about the BO dude.
See, CB, you can't dismiss me because I'm telling Dean.
I'm not dismissing you, my man. I'm not doing that. I would never do that.
See, Dean said.
Chief.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I'm saying now, I'm saying that about these folks that are rising up. But I'm not taking away the impact that Barack has had on the Black mind and of him going up and becoming president of the United States. Absolutely. That thing has big time implications and making people feel good and making their
careful, Dean, you're towing the line, son. You're towing the line, man.
Yes. Yeah. They're making people's vision become broad and their aspirations are much higher.
Careful, Dean.
You know,
you're reaching. You're right at the line, man. Don't cross. Don't cross.
Not downgrading what Barack has done as far as becoming president, but I'm saying that it was done under certain circumstances, and he was controlled, and he was selected before he was elected.
Yeah.
That's
you opened up some. You provoked a lot of thought, man. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm
you came damn close, Dean. You came this close. You came right to the line.
I'm telling you, man, it's all about provoking thought.
Because I love. I got a lot of love for Cheese and Brooks. I love both of y'all, man.
I love you too. See, why is Brooks trying to throw a shoehorn between us, man?
No, I'm not doing no shoehorn. No, my man, I'm not doing that. But Dean is expressing this type of unconditional love for BO, and I gotta question that. He's my man. I gotta question that. And he was coming right to the line. I was waiting to see, is he going to cross this line? Is he going to be a bona fide Obama supporter?
Nope.
Hey.
He had 2 feet in. He was in.
He came close, though. He came close.
Nope. Yo, if CB don't love you,
next week I'm going to be looking for an Obama Biden 08 sign behind him. I'm going to see if he's going to bring that shit up.
Kenny started this shit, bro.
I tried not to. Yeah. I tried not to, but
and you saved that shit for the end too.
Yeah,
because it was the point. It kind of came at right after your point. You kind of was leading me right into it. I said, "Damn,
yes, sir, yes, sir."
Some slick
and we didn't even rehearse that. We didn't even rehearse that, man. That shit was organic.
For all you people out there who think Kenny this nice guy, Kenny got some slick shit with him. I'm gonna tell you why. Because last week it was about the flu game. Maybe he said, he said, man, I had to suck it up for the team and do the show and shit. And this week, he said, oh, man, I got to think about it. He knew what the fuck he was going to do. He said, I got to think about it. Hold on. Yo, if you had people on here saying, go ahead, Kenny, spit it out. What you guys say?
Yeah. Love y'all. Love y'all, brothers.
Absolutely.
True story.
Hey, this was beautiful, man. So
Great show, man.
ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But
another good
this
episode.
This was good, man. We came, covered all the bases today.
Mhm.
I'm looking at my little cheat sheet over here,
Mhm.
and we got everything in that I had on the paper, and then a few things that wasn't.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm gonna bring up my lady there. We dedicated the show to Miss Evelyn this evening. My friend from the barbershop. I just again wanted to send some love out to our family, man. Prayers, condolences to her. Man, thank everybody that tuned in, man. We had a lot of people interacting.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So it was good back and forth, man. We had a lot of people, man, just coming in, throwing stuff at us. If I didn't get to your comment, man, charge it to my head, not my heart, man. Love y'all for real. My panel, my brothers, my roundtable guys,
No doubt.
got another one in.
Yes,
Look like Fridays, man. I like I say, once my games start, I don't know what my time is gonna be like on Friday nights, but I'm gonna try to make sure we get it in every week. The
Hey, Coach.
roundtable with the fellas.
Did Dundalk beat Maribor? I guess they beat Maribor earlier.
No, they haven't played yet.
Oh, they haven't played. They played.
No, so what happened is they got reseeded. Once they came out of the original seedings, they got reseeded. So Dundalk was still the number one seed. I think Maribor was on the bottom, like a 3. They was either a 3 or a 2 when they
Football
reseeded.
or basketball? Football or basketball?
Football. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they gonna keep reseeding, like the lower seed to play the high. The lower seed to play the high seed again. Once this round is over today, I think they reseed again. So the higher seed will always play the lower seed.
You heard any outcome of the Maribor game?
Nah, I just saw the Dundalk score because I follow some Dundalk people. So I don't know.
Woo!
I heard City was getting killed.
RVO. Hey. M. Woo. E. Woo.
Hey, can you
RVO. Maribor.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you mute Dean microphone? Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
I just like to let everybody know I turned my head around because in case I gotta go to the store, if anybody saw me talking about Kyrie Irving, they won't try to jump me.
Was that Triple G?
Yeah. So I'm gonna put shades on. It's gonna be 12 o'clock at night if I go to the store. I don't want nobody trying to attack me over the diva Kyrie Irving.
Coming out with the hands.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's right.
Hey,
so
listen,
fellas, go ahead, Charles.
Before you bounce, I want to let you know that there's this documentary on Showtime, man, about Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible. If you get a chance to see that, man, check it, man.
I watched it
tomorrow.
I saw that and I was just like,
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it the other day. That was awesome.
It was awesome, right?
It was awesome, yeah.
Man, I love that, man. I went out and got his book when I saw that. I was just like, I'm going to get his before I get Pippen's.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
Also, so when y'all get an opportunity, the King Richard came out today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched that this afternoon before I went to practice.
Okay.
Awesome movie, man.
Oh, I'm going to check that tomorrow.
Movie.
I'm definitely checking it.
When y'all get a chance to watch that, we definitely gonna have a.
Now, was that when Serena was still black?
Man, stop. Fucking
I'm
cheese, man.
Come on.
Cheese.
Everybody in this fucking chat room wanted to know the same thing.
Damn.
Keep it real. Don't she look like white chicks?
You went public with that shit, man.
Don't she look like white chicks now? Keep it real.
Damn. This shit going out to about like 500 billion strong, yo.
She look like white chicks. Keep it real. She look like white chicks. She look like one of the Wayans brothers.
Damn, man.
Jeez, that came from left field.
Fuck.
That was
Damn, cheese.
Can't none of y'all say I'm lying though.
Damn.
Oh,
I ain't saying shit.
Damn, jeez.
Hey. Damn.
They start singing that song.
How we gonna end on that?
Hey, I'm learning. You boy, you got some shit with you, Cheese.
Damn.
I am learning.
No,
Oh man, how
Damn.
am I gonna end on that, man?
keep it real.
Wait, hold on. Before I, because we didn't got to go. Miss Evelyn, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yes,
the show was
ma'am.
dedicated
Yes,
to you, Miss Evelyn.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yes, indeed.
Rest in peace, Miss Evelyn.
And please ignore Cheese.
Please do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please do. So.
Absolutely.
All right, let me. Come on now. Oh my God.
Mm.
Did you say that shit? He said that shit out loud too, didn't
He
Keep it
did.
real.
He did. And he said it more than once, I think.
That
I think
was
he repeated
totally
himself.
unexpected.
I think he wanted to give clarity to this
Keep
shit
it
and
real,
then said it again.
I'm only saying what everybody's thinking.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking. That was the first thing from my mind, man.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had that thought. I saw the picture. I saw the one picture. It was a bad picture.
So
Don't chalk it up to that.
right.
But look,
One
So
picture.
in the movie, she was black and living in Compton.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Am I lying or what? I'm not
Yes, sir.
lying. I'm not lying.
Yes, sir.
That should look like Brooke Shields and shit. Keep it real. Say I lied. I'm not lying.
Now you what you got there wrong with that?
Fucked up Cheese.
Is it Brooke Shields? Nah, no, sir. No,
look,
sir.
y'all always talk,
Hey.
they always talking about brothers
I'm just
getting up
kidding.
there
I'm just kidding.
and then
I'm just
marrying
Bink, I'm just
Marrying
kidding, man.
the
Bink said,
white
"Gee, I'm
woman.
just kidding, Bink. I'm just
Hey,
kidding. I'm
did
just
Eddie?
What about-
Did
what about
Eddie
the
Murphy say?
getting up there and marrying the white dude? What, is that a problem too?
No, that's cool.
Didn't Eddie Murphy say Brooke
was
Shields was
already
the whitest
white.
woman in America?
Yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah, yeah.
She don't look like no Brooke Shields, brother.
No, I'm sorry, man. I want to try. Come on, man. For real, but keep it real though. If we wasn't, I'm gonna keep everybody on here. If we was just chilling,
Right.
this how brothers do it. We just chilling. We
But that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
come
what
on,
it's
man.
supposed to be. Yeah, it's this good, man. I love it.
Serena was a beast, man.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that's a good point though, Cheese. I feel you. I feel you where you're coming from, and and again, that's all about white supremacy and trying to look a certain way because a certain standard has been set.
Right.
Yeah, good point.
Right. So this what you get, man, when y'all tune into the sports mix, baby. You know, we going. It's the sports, but it's a mix.
It's the mix.
Yo, people
don't know
gonna
what
be
you gonna get
following
that
us,
mix,
man.
baby.
Oh my goodness. This
You don't know
is
what's gonna
mix,
come in the
man.
mix.
Oh my god.
So once again, I got the link. I got the link to my YouTube page in the comments. If you had the opportunity to click on that, take you to the YouTube page. You can subscribe. We are all my live content will be sent over there at some point. You know, I'm working on. I'm putting my technical staff together. You know, my tree children's.
That's
you know, they all agreed to help me with some technical things. So
that's great, man. That's good.
Once we get up and going and get some things going, man, we'll be able to splice some stuff up and really
Is that all you got? Is that all you got, Kenny? 3?
Yeah, that's all I got. 3.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh,
This Kenny Wilkes, not my father.
Yeah. Yo,
Right, I can dig it.
Yo, they was trying to say you played spades. You had 7 in the possible.
Because I know. Hey, you gotta check.
Right.
You know, my father got a reputation. Goddamn,
I
you
know
know.
that's right.
Hey, man.
Blood. I know it's blood.
Hey,
so-
Papa
so-
was a Rolling Stone, man.
Like
he was
a
original
motherfucker.
OG, though.
Hey,
He
man,
was
my
OG,
Papa
though.
too.
No
But
doubt.
I didn't get that gene.
It's what they do.
I kept it local. You know what I'm saying? I kept my shit where I needed it to be.
Hey, Joe. Hey, OG Pack said his wife gonna call the CDC on us, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great, man.
Yeah. So fellas, thank y'all once again.
Right.
I'm appreciate y'all coming on once again,
No
man.
doubt, man.
Yeah, it's an honor.
You know, so we and then next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what y'all got going on for the holiday. But if y'all doing anything, enjoy. with your families, and invite a brother over for a slice of turkey or something. You know what I mean? Piece of sweet potato pie or something. You know what I mean?
I can dig it.
Some cranberry sauce. And I don't eat that shit, but
no pumpkin pie like
no, we don't do the pumpkin pie.
What you think Serena having for Thanksgiving? I just said,
hold it now. Hold it.
I'm just asking.
Now, with all due respect, I believe they are Jehovah's Witness. I don't think they celebrate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to end that.
Oh.
Because they was talking about it in the movie. They go to the Kingdom Hall.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get in one before it ends. He was just trying to slide one in there.
I know. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do,
man. Nah,
Serena, that's what we do.
Serena.
Joe Pack said they're gonna have bean casserole. Yeah, we going over to the packs.
Oh, shout out, Charlene, man. That's pretty cool, man.
Cha with the sweet potato pie.
Hey, man, and give a shout out to all the ladies that was watching tonight, man. No doubt, man.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate
all the sisters
coming in, man.
Shit gonna blow up,
because they gonna help us grow.
Yes, indeed.
They gonna help us grow, man, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So once again, we ready to sign out. But like I said, the link is in the comments. The live probably be running on Facebook for a couple of days. You'll be able to rewatch. I'm going to download it to my YouTube page, and I'll post that.
Yep.
Probably sometime tomorrow. So we'll. I'm sure it's going to be some hot topics coming up in the next couple of days. We'll be able to come back on, man. We might have to come back on Wednesday night or something, the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah. I don't know what everybody got planned. I don't know if y'all, y'all might be cutting turkeys and preparing sweet potatoes and, cutting hams and shit. I don't know what y'all do, but
all I know,
Black Friday.
All I know is if you start getting like 5,000 views and shit, we need to start getting some residuals. But I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, well,
you know how black people go.
Yeah.
I wish
piece of the bag.
I wish my guy Landon Saunders was on here because we got this thing,
Okay.
And he called me Big Red. And he was Eddie Kane. And if y'all see us on Facebook, he always asks me about some residuals.
Okay.
He always asks me about some residuals. That go back to when we worked together.
Okay.
And I always reply to him. I only discuss. Look at this.
Look, Rodney said you chasing the bag already.
Listen.
Hey, Rod, that was just
get the bag. Get the bag, Kay. Get the bag.
I always reply to him. I only discuss business Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, baby.
9 to 5.
And right now, I'm in Egypt, some goddamn way, and it's after 5.
Yeah. At 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. So look, they got my son's birthday balloon been hanging around.
Okay.
One of the cameo. My son's birthday was in September, man.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
The helium then dropped out the motherfucker. Now the balloon, now he want to make a cameo now.
So wait, do you keep the Christmas tree up until like July?
Oh.
This is my son's birthday balloon.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Kenny.
My son.
You know that you do have the ability to mute a motherfucker, right? You
Yeah.
know that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Cause Cheese on the road, man. He ain't gonna stop.
Yeah. I just you slandering Serena.
Right.
On the day of the movie for real, no doubt. This is a big day for the Williams.
All right, man. I'm sorry, man.
It's a big day in the Williams household.
and have the nerve to defend BO.
All I know, I mean, it's cool, man. I mean, at least Venus still black, but
He on the road. Cheese on the road.
Look, we will do this. It'll be 12:30.
I know, right? All right,
fellas. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, man.
All right, man.
We're gonna do this next week. Maybe we might have to go twice next week because it's a holiday, man. So if y'all some topics, man, if people that's watching, y'all see something that y'all might want us to talk about, hit me in my inbox.
Yeah.
Throw me a line, man. Something y'all might want to discuss. If you want to come on, if you want to be a part of the panel, man, hit me up. We discuss it.
Yeah, come on.
There is no fee. Don't listen to Cheese. There is no fee to come on.
Nah. But Kenny gonna start putting up his cash app and shit.
Nah, but hey, love y'all brothers, man. Thank
All right,
everybody
man.
for tuning in, man. We out. We will see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Okay, man. Peace.